When you put Ford and Shelby together, we all know what happens. Usually it's in a Mustang, but this is the Shelby F150 with 750 horsepower. This is by far the most insane truck that I've ever experienced. And I own some pretty cool trucks, and I've driven some other brands of cool trucks, but nothing compares to this thing right here. So in today's video, it's my pleasure to take a closer look at the Shelby F150 together with you guys, of course, and I'm going to do my best to relay the emotion, the experience of driving a truck with 750 horsepower. This thing is insane. Let's go. Now, big thanks to Bobby Rahal Mercedes in Wexford for providing the truck in today's review. This vehicle is currently for sale, and all their contact information along with their full inventory, website, phone number will be provided in the description below. But before we take it out on the road and experience this awesome truck, we will of course do a walk around and take a look at the exterior and the interior of this Shelby F150, because there's a lot of stuff done to this truck besides the supercharger under the hood. So if we start up front here, just look at this grille. It is enormous, absolutely awesome. A mesh style grille up front, and even down here on the front bumper we of course see the Cobra badge here, Shelby F150, no mistaking, 750 horsepower. This truck is black, as you might be able to tell. You can get them in ruby red, you can get it in a blue color as well, and a couple different options. This, in my opinion, is the best looking. Of course, we have Shelby badging. Now on the hood here, we have two gray stripes, very typical of Shelby. And this is also a dual intake ram air Shelby Super Snake hood, and it makes this truck look so beefy. Now this truck originally comes with 18-inch wheels that are Shelby engraved, of course, Baja designed wheels that are still available for this truck, but the previous owner put fuel wheels on here, and yeah, they're pretty good looking wheels, matter of opinion of course, but the truck sits on a BDS lift, 6-inch lift, and the suspension is pretty amazing. So we have Fox shocks all around the truck here. We have the bypass valve as well, and this suspension actually allows you to tune it, whether you want the hardcore off-road type suspension or the Raptor-esque very smooth and soft suspension for regular driving. Now we have the stripe here on the side of the truck as well, Shelby badging in the running boards also. Yeah, this thing is mean looking. We see the Fox shocks right here in the rear as well. Now we also get traction bars on this Shelby F150. As we move along to the rear, we have very nice bed liner, tonneau cover, of course, Shelby all over the place. Now Shelby teamed up with Borla for the exhaust. They just call it a Borla performance exhaust, and we're going to take a listen to it here. Without a doubt, it sounds very, very good. With me having a Borla exhaust on my F150 as well, I know for a fact that this is not the Attack, because that is the most aggressive one that they have in their lineup, and this truck is not as loud as the exhaust that I have on mine. So it's either the Touring or the S-Type, and I'm thinking that it's probably the Touring, because I've heard the S-Type and that is a little louder as well. But with that being said, truck sounds absolutely amazing. But as we're talking about performance, we're gonna pop the hood here, of course. And under the hood here is where everything gets very, very interesting and what kind of makes this truck what it is. So if we start here at the intake, this is an open air performance intake, high flow filter. We have an oversized carbon fiber intake tube here. Of course, it has the Shelby badging on it. along with a performance aluminum heat exchanger, upgraded billet throttle body, and upgraded high performance fuel injectors as well. But as we move in here towards the supercharger, look at that, it actually says Whipple on it. And I was a little surprised by that, actually. I thought that Shelby made their own superchargers, but I guess I just don't know what I'm talking about. But that was the understanding that I have, but who's complaining? Everyone knows about Whipple when it comes to superchargers. They are proven in the industry. So I'm pretty sure that this is the 2.9 liter supercharger that they put under the hood here, and it sounds awesome. Now, before Shelby puts their hands on this truck, it is based off of a lariat trim level 502A package, which is the highest equipment package for the lariat trim level. Basically what that means is you get a bunch of luxury features inside the truck here. You also get the LED daytime running strip. This is a 2017, by the way. For 2018, the front fascia was slightly redesigned. In my opinion, this looks better than the 2018 model. Again, that is just my opinion. We also have the proximity key, so we can remote start the truck, turn it off. Now it has the tailgate assist, so if you double click, the tailgate comes down. Just very nice features with a lariat. And before we jump in here, we'll take a look at these air vents right here. Only available on this Shelby truck. Basically, on a stock lariat, you don't get any air vents on the fender, especially not with a Shelby badge on it. So let's move inside, because it is very, very nice in here. So it has the black leather interior, but in the headrest here, Shelby stitching looks amazing. And in the mid console here, take a look at this, the Shelby F150 Cobra badge. Yeah, this thing looks badass. And on the passenger side, we have badge of authenticity. No doubt that this is a Shelby. But let's start her up. I just love that supercharger whine. Absolutely amazing. We're just about to take her out on the road here, but we'll go over some of the features that it has. Being a lariat, so we have adaptive cruise control. It has a collision warning, a light that pops up here if you're about to hit someone in front of you and you don't smash on the brakes quick enough. Sync 3 infotainment system, of course. Amazing system, ambient lighting. You can change the colors here, a bunch of different colors. We have a 360 camera, which is nice with a big truck like this. Heated and cooled seats. Also have the console shifter, something that I prefer. Very, very nice. Here's a button for a lane keeping system. If we push that, you see that goes off and on there. This should always be off, in my opinion. Now if we move to the back seat here, being a crew cab, amazing amounts of room. I've shown that in many F-150 reviews that I've done, but I feel like they could have put the Shelby stitching on the rear seats headrests as well. That would have been pretty cool, but I guess we can live with it. Enough babbling, let's take this thing out on the road. Now if you follow my channel, you know that I have ongoing plans to supercharge my 2015 F-150 that has the same engine as this truck right here, which is the 5-liter V8. Now without the supercharger, it produces 385 horsepower and 387 pound-feet of torque. That's been upped for the 2018 model with the same engine to 395 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. So very capable engine, but it is amazing that with a supercharger you can get 750 horsepower out of this truck. Now we're not blessed with the weather today. It's kind of rainy and slippery, and this is a big vehicle with a lot of power, but I put it in 4A here, which is the all-wheel drive version of the 4-wheel drive system. Alright, so we're not really out on a regular road yet, but it is just such a weird feeling that a big vehicle like this can be this fast. It almost feels unnatural. And that is what is so awesome with a truck like this. Like, why would you need a truck with 750 horsepower? Well, because you can. It's America. It's absolutely amazing. Now, I drove a 560 horsepower GMC Sierra. That was the Callaway edition, and I was pretty blown away by that truck. But this has 200 more horsepower. We're gonna put it in sport here for the transmission. Listen to that whine! And I love the power delivery of a supercharged engine that's so linear. It feels like it just never lets off. It is amazing. This is just so silly, but it is amazing. I hope the audio in this GoPro is picking up the supercharger whine, because it's just, wow. Some superchargers, like Roush for instance, I've never driven one, so I can't really, but people who own them have told me that you hardly even hear the supercharger. But this Whipple one is sick. You can't do anything else but laugh. Before you get used to this power, it's kind of like, I don't know, it feels like it's running amok at times. When you put the transmission in sport, basically where you get better throttle response, it holds the gears longer. The speeds that this truck hits in third gear is just, it's silly. I'm not gonna say what it was, but it was pretty damn fast. Like, wow. Now you can get two versions of this truck. You can get one with the supercharger or without the supercharger. Without it, you're paying $88,000 for a brand new truck like this. With the supercharger, you're paying over $100,000 for an F-150. Now, what's also nice is that you get a warranty with that. So you get a 3-year, 36,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty for a 750 horsepower truck, which is amazing. Now, one nice thing about this specific truck is that it is used. It's got right over 12,000 miles. Warranty still valid, and you save a lot of money. This is one of 500 Shelby F150s made for 2017. So it is a pretty rare truck, and without a doubt, very, very unique. Supercharger whine is the best. I absolutely love it. So unfortunately, it's raining more and more here, but I'm at a spot where we can really test this truck out. I have, of course, brought my V-Box with me so we can get an accurate 0 to 60. How quick is a big, heavy truck like this with 750 horsepower? Plug it in. All right, so the GPS is synced. Take it out here. Do a launch. See how quick this bad boy is. Obviously, we're launching in all-wheel drive, otherwise we're not getting anywhere. Actually not that impressive. The Raptor is faster than that, but this is in a slight uphill grade, and we did get some all-wheel drive wheel spin. how much better we're gonna get in this rainy weather here, but we're of course gonna try again. All right, so here we go again. We're gonna try it. This time it's a slight downhill grade. Hard to find a straight road in the Pittsburgh area. The sound. 60. 6 seconds flat. So yeah, it's pretty safe to say, although it is raining and everything here, a supercharged 750 horsepower truck is not quicker than a Raptor from 0 to 60. If it's anything to compare, I don't know if these trucks are made for that. I mean, it has 750 horsepower. Of course, you're going to try it out and see how fast it is from 0. But when you get up in the rev ranges, that's when this truck shines and sounds. It's like the power will never let off. It's amazing. It's more of an experience driving this truck versus driving the Raptor. That's my take on it from a person at least that has a Raptor. We got to try this again. 6.1 again, and the slight uphill grade. Alright, so of course off camera I managed to get a 6 second 0 to 60 run in the slight uphill grade. So it's definitely a sub 6 second truck with the proper grip. This is by far the baddest truck I've ever driven. This thing is just nuts. It's just so obnoxious to have 750 horsepower in a pickup. It's crazy. And the sound is just like, oh, it whines so beautifully. The only kind of whining that any man want to hear. I know that's a cliche and an old expression, but it's so true. This whining is amazing. So I've almost driven this truck 60 miles today. And yes, we've done some performance driving as well, but my miles per gallon is around 9.3, 9.4. And there's been quite a lot of highway driving out of these 60 miles as well, just like I'm doing right now, cruising 60, 65 miles an hour. So with a supercharger, I mean, you gotta be stupid not to understand that you're not gonna have good fuel economy, but you know, 9.4. But it's fun though, it's been a lot of fun. Well, it's been an amazing day with the Shelby F150. I don't know if I was able to do this thing justice at all in this video because it's a lot to take in. You know, to sum it up as a vehicle, you know, most of these F150s nowadays, especially the upper trim level ones that have all the nice features, they're just so comfortable. You're just driving around on this big couch, and then you get a truck like this, and when you want it to be, it's just an absolute monster. It is really, really quick for a huge truck like this. The combination of the sound, the looks, just the curb appeal that something like this has is just absolutely awesome. Needless to say that I'm very excited about supercharging my own truck now after driving this one right here. My truck might not be a lariat and super nice like this one, but it's gonna be awesome. Look forward to that on the channel. And if you're not a subscriber yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for future awesome truck content. But once again, I do want to give a special thanks to Bobby Rahal Mercedes for providing this awesome truck in today's review. If you're in the market, definitely check them out. I've dealt with them myself, bought 2 vehicles from them. Great people, and that's coming from a car salesman. So some dealerships can be hard to deal with. They are not. So I'll have all their contact information in the description below. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Until next time, bye-bye.